Runners coming forward. That's it, off and racing in the second division. The Goffs Spring Sale 4-year-old auction maiden as they head away on their right towards their first of 14 fences. Monsoon Climate is going to be prominent early on, being chased in second spot down the inside by Shil Rocco. Towards the outside of that one races Dan's Train as they got a rise at the first. And on touching down, the overall back marker is Bargain Hunter. So as they disappear from view and make the run into the bend that's going to take them around the top of the track. Out front with the advantage, it is Monsoon Climate and Mikey Kennelly who show the way, being chased in second spot by Dan's Train in company with Shil Rocco. Crazy Remark was sitting in fourth as they continue now to make the left-handed bend that's going to take them on down the hill into the back straight where there'll be fences 2 and 3 on this part of the course. And as they do so, out front it is Monsoon Climate for the John Brennan yard with the advantage, being chased in second spot by Shil Rocco. Dan's Train towards the outside, and they in turn are a couple of lengths in front over Total Transparency, who in turn has been tracked down the inside by the next one racing, which is Crazy Remark, and they in turn are being followed by King's Order. Shotgun Riders last but one, and last of all is Bargain Hunter. Making their way now on down towards number 3, they go over the stream and continue on towards number 3, and out front with the advantage it is Monsoon Climate and Mikey Kennelly who show the way, being chased in second spot by Shil Rocco and Jack Hendrick. Third position for Dan's Train, the amount of Brian DeLevy, who in turn has been followed over next in the field races Crazy Remark and Sean Staples. Total Transparency and Lee Shanahan come next. They in turn are being followed by King's Order and Rob James and Alan Harney, and towards the rear of the field is Bargain Hunter and Brian Lawless in company with Shotgun Rider and Barry O'Neill. Straightening on up towards number 4, and as they do so, Monsoon Climate touches down with the advantage, being followed over in second spot by Shil Rocco. Back in third behind these then races Dan's Train, and they in turn are being followed 4 lengths further back by the next one racing, which is Crazy Remark. Total Transparency is next, just in behind these, being followed by the green jacket of King's Order. Behind King's Order races the lime green Bargain Hunter out wide in company with the overall back marker, which is Shotgun Rider. Out over fence number 5 they go, completing their circuit and making their way on towards the climb that's going to take them on towards number 6. And out front with the advantage it is Monsoon Climate and Mikey Kennelly, being chased in second spot by Shil Rocco and Jack Hendrick. Dan's Train and Brian DeLevy are towards the outside. They in turn are being tracked out over by Crazy Remark and Sean Staples in company with Total Transparency and Lee Shanahan. They're being followed then next in the field by King's Order and Alan Harney, who in turn is a couple of lengths in advance over the next one racing, which is the black jacket of Shotgun Rider and Barry O'Neill, and last of all continues to be Bargain Hunter and Brian Lawless. Making the left-handed turn now that's going to take them on down the hill into the back straight, where they have a good run before they meet the next fence they'll be jumping, which will be number 7. And as they disappeared, it was Monsoon Climate, the son of Vadamas, who was 6th at Necarne on debut, who held the advantage under Mikey Kennelly, being chased in second spot as they come back into view by Dan's Train, with towards the inside then races Shil Rocco. They in turn are being followed next up in the field by Crazy Remark in company with Total Transparency. King's Order is next, just towards that one's outside race the lime green jacket and orange cap or Bargain Hunter, and last of all with the lime green cap and the black jacket races Shotgun Rider. Making their way now on down towards number 8, and out front with the lead it is Monsoon Climate. He shows the way for the John Brennan team, being chased in second spot by Shil Rocco. One of 2 runners in the contest for Cormac Doyle's yard. They in turn and Monsoon Climate's crashed out there. Monsoon Climate's crashed out. Slight inconvenience for Shil Rocco. Good news, both Mikey Neely and his mount are quickly to their feet as they continue now to make their way on round the bend back into the home straight, on the way towards the next one they'll be jumping, which is fence number 9. It's 6 fences from the finish. And as they do so, left in front is Dan's Train, who has the advantage by about a length and a half or 2 to the second running Shil Rocco. Just in behind these in third then races Total Transparency towards the outside. Then the inside of that one then is Crazy Remark, and they in turn are being followed by King's Order, with next in the field races Bargain Hunter, and last of all is Shotgun Rider. Making their way on towards their 5th last fence, and as they do so, it is Dan's Train to be caught, being followed in second spot by Shul Rocco as they rise out over it. Back in third behind these towards the outside is Total Transparency, who's just driven along for a few strides on touching down there. They in turn are being followed in the inside by Crazy Monarch in the blue cap. King's Order is just in behind these. Bargain Hunter races widest of all. They in turn are being followed next in the field by the overall back marker, which continues to be Shotgun Rider. Out over the fence that it was fourth in the end, and as they do so with the advantage, it is Dan's Train from the second running King's Order who's gone into second as they disappear now from view and make their way along the top end of the track. When they reappear, they'll have 3 fences and all left to be jumped in the second division of this Goffs Spring Sale sponsored 4yo Auction Maiden. And as they do so, out front when they disappeared, it was Dan's Train from King's Order as we wait for them to continue the run down the hill and shortly come back into view. And as they do so, out front, as it is Dan's Train with Bargain Hunter towards the outside. Just in behind these then races Shul Rocco, and they in turn are being followed by King's Order, Total Transparency out wide, and they in turn are being tracked next up in the field by the Black Jacket of Shotgun Rider. The one that, and bad mistake there and falling there was Dan's Train when in rear at that time. The one that was pulled up along the way, well, certainly didn't reappear back into clear view, was Crazy Monarch. But as they make their way now on towards their second last fence, and as they do so, it is Bargain Hunter from Shotgun Rider is improved into second. King's Order is in third. Total Transparency is driven along in fourth. Looks hell. They in turn are opening up 4-5 clear over Shul Rocco as they go out over the second last, where jumping on into the lead there with Shotgun Rider. A slow jump towards rear by Shul Rocco is being eased. He'll pull up before jumping the last. Straightening on up now to make their way on towards their 14th and final fence, and with the advantage it is Shotgun Rider from King's Order over the far side. Back in third behind these then races Bargain Hunters. They race on towards the final one. Shotgun Riders over the last with the advantage. From over the near side races King's Order, and it's King's Order who has the narrow advantage. Shotgun Riders coming back, heads down for the line. The judge can separate Shotgun Rider, and over the far side was King's Order. They in turn pulled clear over Bargain Hunter, who went by with Total Transparency, and pulling up before the final fence there was Shul Rocco.